So I think I touched on this a little bit earlier, but I think one of the main things that really helped with the philosophy degree or liberal arts degree, and I've actually talked about this with some of my colleagues who are also liberal art degree graduates, is that I really think it helped me learn how to think, and even more so to learn how to view a situation, or for instance for me in my job, a policy, from different perspectives. In the committee in the Senate where I work, we call this looking through a lens, right? Different people can spin a topic or an issue or a policy different ways. And I think my philosophy major really helped me learn how to read something and view it in multiple ways, because people come from different backgrounds, different experiences. In philosophy, a lot of times that comes from theory. Being able to read something and kind of, think through how I would think through it, but then be able to kind of maybe flip it on its head and view it from a different way. Yeah. So I think that's I guess you could call it a hard skill that I definitely gained from that. Another thing I think I really gained from my philosophy major was learning how to write well and learning how to write different types of documents well. At work now I write memos, which are 1 to 2 pages, or I have to write a research a praxis for a research report or something like this, or talking points. Those are all pretty short, right? Like 1 to 2 page things, but the information behind it or the report behind it could be anywhere from 80 pages to a huge long issue that's been around in our country since 1970. And I have to learn how to take all of that information and put it into 2 pages for a senator who is also currently worried about wars in the Middle East and healthcare, and so my job is to make sure I can take all of this information, condense it down, and put it into information that would be very useful for the senator. And I think that in my philosophy major that definitely helped, because a lot of the things we learn about in philosophy are huge ideas, and then whether it's a 3 to 5 page paper or a praxis summary of what the author was trying to say, I think being able to learn and hone those skills definitely helped what I'm doing now. So in my position on the committee, I work for Chairman Harkin. So anytime we want to come to a negotiation on a bill, so let's say we have a bill in front of us that's been introduced on something in K-12 education, and we want to pass it out of committee. Every single senator on our committee, which is 22 senators, we have 12 Democrats, 10 Republicans, have a staffer like myself who handles these issues for them. We sit around a table. It looks a lot like the table we're sitting at right now, and we talk about the issues in the bill. So my job for Chairman Harkin is to say what the chairman thinks and why this should be in the bill. I'll give a case in K-12 education. There's a lot of debate right now going on what's called the Common Core standards, right, of where students the standards for students in K-12 education, that a consortium of states came together and said, we think this is what everyone in K-12 needs to know in order to be prepared for college. Not everyone thinks that's the case. Chairman Harkin definitely is an advocate of the Common Core. So if it were to be a bill that had to do with college and career ready standards, I would have to come to the table and be able to say what the chairman's priorities were and why we thought that those were important. So that's kind of a small example of that.